Hey guys, welcome to the IG edition of Experience the Leap with Lachelle. Today we are going to have not patio conversations because it is too cold outside on my patio, so I brought it on in. Hey guys, hello 5086. Hello everybody. I'm a little early, but I wanted to make sure I did not have any technical difficulties. As you can see, I am not on the patio. I'm at the lounge. Can you hear me okay? Sound check 1 2. Sound check 1 2 3. Let me know if you can hear me. Misty, if you can hear me. Today I'm going to smoke the Saliva. Wonderful. I am at Enzo's Lounge today, not on the patio because you know how the Virginia weather is. It is crazy and it's too cold to be outside. And the longer I stay out there, the more the temperature is going to drop. So today we are going to have a little conversation with my girl, my sister of the leaf, Ben. She goes by Sisters in Smoke. Wonderful. And hopefully she will be joining us soon. We have a few more minutes. Like I said, I just wanted to come in a little early just to make sure that everything is going okay. And as always, I get all anxious and excited. I'm still nervous about this thing. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, I know we're a little early, but hang on. I'm sure Ben is going to be joining us real soon. And of course, she's on a different time frame than we are. Y'all, I'm losing my nails. I don't want to show it to you. If you see them, you see them. If you don't, you don't. But this corona got my nails all jacked up. I don't know how to do it myself. They're breaking. So how y'all been hanging? How are you guys? How are your families? Everybody's doing well? You staying safe? You taking precautions? I'm like staying in the house mostly. I get out once in a while just to see my family, or I come here to Enzo's Lounge. Of course, they are following the regulations, 10 people at the most. Right now, I am sitting in the members lounge. And if you're ever in the RVA area, please come and join us for a smoke here at Enzo's Lounge on Midlothian Turnpike. What's up, Omega? Hello, Angie. Ashes everywhere. Hello, hello. Hey, Elena. How's it going? I'm so glad everybody's checking in from all over the U.S. Good. Cigarhead Fred says everyone is safe with my family here in Dallas. Thank you for checking in from Dallas, even with all the craziness going on. Exactly. It's all how we respond to it, right? In a way, it's a good thing. Still, I'm working remotely at home, but it's the still stress that comes with the job, whether I'm at home or in the office. Awesome. Great in Houston. It's good here. No big complaints. Our governor's on top of things. Of course, my job is making sure everybody's safe. My family is safe. Unfortunately, I did lose someone very close to me from the virus, but all is well. Let's see. Let me see if Ben has logged in. Not yet. Anybody has any questions you would like me to ask her? Let me see. Questions, reviews. How do I pin this thing? I'm trying to figure out how I do that. I don't know how to do that. I'll learn it eventually. Wow, you guys are really chiming in. I am smoking the Oliva. Let's see. Back in Millennial. Can you see it? And don't look at my jacked up fingernails. They're so jacked up. Hey, we got Sisters in Smoke in the house. Jeez. Hey, Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hey,
You look fabulous as always.
thanks. You too. You know, I live for these glasses, okay?
I've had them so long. I need to like switch out the lenses because I didn't scratch them all, and y'all can't see the details.
I know the feeling. I got a couple.
So thank you for I would say experiencing the leap on my patio, but it's too cold out here today. So
Is it?
it's kind of chilly. It was nice right on steady shopping. So I was like, no, go to the lounge and make sure that I got a good temperature. I'm not outside shivering. Like, oh no, okay, we got down.
That's okay. I'm not on the porch. I'm on the fire escape. So, you know, it still counts.
Yeah, it still counts. You outside enjoying the day. What is your smoke today?
What do you say?
What is your smoke for today?
I am smoking Monte Cristo Open Eagle.
Monte Cristo Open Eagle?
Hmm.
Okay, I have not had that one.
Yeah, this is my first time.
Okay. We have quite a few viewers on also.
Hey, Mike.
Thank everybody for joining. And I want to take this time to just thank you so much. I've been following you for some time now. I don't know how long, but it's been over a year.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I mean, I kind of like just started posting randomly. So, when I'm bored.
Smile,
And now, like, it kind of turned into a thing. So it's fun.
have that. You got the it factor.
Huh?
I say you have that it.
Who, me? I think everybody has an it factor. Come on. You too.
Okay.
I got lipstick. You got shades and frames.
So thank you. And I follow the channel, which I think is great. I want you to post more.
I know, I've kind of gotten away from doing YouTube reviews. One day, I mean, maybe one day soon. I got some new sticks that I haven't tried yet, so that actually would be really nice to kind of. Maybe I'll do that this weekend.
Yeah, I know how it goes because I tried to. It's all about being consistent. Everything, get those numbers up. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of.
It's time consuming. I mean, I think for me, if I'm gonna smoke a cigar, um, and usually I have a reputation of smoking a bunch of different sticks, things that I haven't had before. I'm trying to figure out what my taste and palate is like. And, if I'm gonna smoke and take a picture, I want it to be good. I want it to be intentional. I want to know about the tobacco. I want to know about the wrapper, the filler, the binder. You know, I'm getting into pairings and participating with other people like you, and I sit in on small batch Zooms with people. So really, the content comes from just really being intentional
Oh, yeah,
with the smoke, you know?
yeah. So tell me about who is Ben? And we know that, right?
Say it again.
I said, Ben is your nickname.
Well,
Tell us.
Ben is my name.
Oh,
My government is Benicia.
Benicia. Okay. I like that.
I do too. My background, one of my friends, Mike, he's on my background is in fashion. And so I'm a trained technical designer. And I used to dress men for a living. I used to do a lot of custom suiting, a lot of weddings, athletes, that kind of thing. And so at the time, there wasn't a lot of women dressing men, except for like, you know, your fabulous June Ambrose. You know, there were like two black ones anyway that I knew of. But I was having some problems with said men's girlfriends or wives. They didn't really want me to dress them. So in order to stay in business, I had to cut my name in half and kind of be ambiguous and do most of my pitching and, you know, procedures like taking deposits and all that via email. So after that, Ben just kind of stuck. It became a conversation piece. Because people are like, oh yeah, we're looking for Ben. I was like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Ben. And they'd be like,
What?
no, I'm looking for Ben. I'd be like, right here. But it would be too late because I already got your money. So, so it just kind of stuck. So it's just kind of what I roll with for the most part.
And it fits you because it is your name. Part of it anyway. Benicia. Did I say that right? Benicia?
Uh huh.
So tell us a little bit more other than cigar smoking. What else do you do?
Very much like the Smoky Truth. I also work with my sister who's an entertainment publicist. And so we do a lot of experimental marketing, a lot of events, curating red carpets, just really kind of facilitating people's brands. It's kind of like pretty much after fashion is pretty much the only thing that I know.
Okay.
So I just kind of married that with my enjoyment of cigars, and I kind of just do both. So it's either fashion or I'm running up and down a carpet trying to make sure media gets what they need to get from, you know, talent, or this is where I'm at. So
That's awesome. Sounds
that's cool.
right.
It is. It's very nice. I mean, I enjoy it. You know, it's definitely, I guess you could kind of say it's very quintessential Hollywood, but but it's cool.
So are you in LA or Vegas? Where are you? Where are you
I'm in LA.
in LA? I think you post something. You may have said Vegas, probably visiting at that time.
Yeah, I was in hey Jax. I was in Vegas for IPCPR.
Mm. That was last June or July.
Yes. Hmm.
I think we missed each other because I was there for a girl trip, and I think you came the week after. I think that's when that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so I was there working with Adventura Cigars. They're a Dominican-based company. Um, and so I was pretty much stationary. But yeah, I was. That's usually if it's a Vegas photo, that's where it's from.
Oh. So what is going on with you today? What did you do exciting today as you quarantine? Other than
Well, today was content day, so I smoked some cigars, took some photos. I had to do some pitching for the Smoky Truth. I'm gonna do it on Saturday. Um, so on Saturday, I'm going to have female cigar lounge owners. So I'm really excited about that. And kind of give us an introspective view about how to run a lounge, what they see, what they deem is important, customer etiquette, because we can never talk about that enough. And so I think it's important for us to kind of know how that works on their end. So I'm even interested because in LA, I don't know any lounge owners that are women. I think the closest person I know is Angela Yu, and she's in Escondido, California, which is kind of San Diego adjacent.
Okay.
So she's going to be on, which is going to be nice because if I'm not mistaken, she has one of the largest Arturo Fuente collections. So there's a whole lot in that I'd love to dive into.
So when is that? Saturday?
Saturday at 12:30. So when I get done talking to you, I'll put the flyer together and I'll release it tomorrow for you guys.
I think the last it was
Yeah, I was doing them on Friday. And then a lot, there were some women that were like, oh, I have to work, and I mean, I get a really good crowd, thank God. But I think maybe I'm gonna try a weekend day so that, possibly a little bit of everybody can participate.
I had wrote down a few things that I probably wanted to ask you, but I noticed from your comments that you travel a lot. So what are some of the fun places or what experiences that stick out in your head that you enjoy the most? Like
what was the question?
I was saying that I noticed that you travel and you've been to some exciting places. So anything sticks out in your head that you would like to share with us? What was the most exciting done?
Well, it's a toss-up between probably going to Pro Cigar in the Dominican Republic and probably one of the most random trips I took to Seychelles for I think it's a 36-hour plane ride or 24-hour plane ride, and I was there for 48 hours. All in the name of adventure. That's who I am. I will, as long as I got 4 months rent, if you ask me to go somewhere, it's likely that I'll get on the plane and I'll go.
Oh,
so
sweet.
And Seychelles.
Like when I grow up.
It's all about what's important to you. It's like cigars. You smoke what you enjoy. Most women I know spend their money on makeup and going to the hairdresser, buying shoes and dresses. And trust me, the older I get, the more those things seem attractive. But I was usually the one that spent money to buy plane tickets or lipstick. That's pretty much my jam. So you're like, what are you doing this weekend? I'd be like, oh, I'm in Atlanta. Whatever works.
Oh, sweet. Last week I had having the
Lachelle, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. I was saying last week I had lipsticks and cigars. So she had the red lipstick. That's her.
Oh yeah. I love it. Listen, red. Today I have an auburn color. I just bought 4 new lipsticks the other day. I probably shouldn't, but I did. So
Not fully dressed up. Okay.
no. My great grandmother used to say, she used to tell us, well, not me, I was too little, but she used to tell my mom all the time, never, never leave the house without a little paint on your lips. And so my mom didn't, well, my mom doesn't wear makeup. She only ever wore lipstick and sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
So um, I think that's pretty much, I picked that up and ran with it, obviously. So,
I'm gonna scroll through and see if anybody has any questions or let's see, tobacconist Jack. We got a lot of viewers on here. So how long have you been smoking cigars?
just now 10 years. Um, more consistently in the last 3 years. One of my friends, he stopped drinking and he picked up cigars. And so I think NBA All Star 2010, he comes out and he's like, here, smoke this, don't inhale. And I was like,
What?
how do you do that? Like, I've been clearly, breathing, inhaling my whole life, right? Like, what do you mean? And I did just that. I inhaled and I choked to death.
Oh.
I have pictures to prove it. Huh?
What made you decide to smoke again after that?
Well, usually he's also one of my travel buddies. So every time it started off, he lives in Houston. When we started out, he would give everybody sticks no matter where we were. And so it's kind of like, okay, I'll get it right the next time. And then I'll get it right the next time. And then it just kind of became what we did as a group. When you're friends, you kind of grow in whatever direction it leads. So, and then after a while, when I came back to LA, I was like, oh, this is really relaxing. I'm going to have to figure out how to smoke by myself. And so I had never been to a cigar lounge alone. Had never bought a cigar on my own. Hey, Bethy's my sissy. And I think I rode past a cigar lounge, I kid you not, 12 times. I was like, oh, I'll go tomorrow. I'll go in tomorrow. And I would never stop. And so the day that I stopped, I was like, ooh, it's a lot of guys sitting outside. I was like, I'll sit outside next time. So I kept going back, buying, leaving. And then eventually I started to sit there with them. And it was uncomfortable at first because, they're talking about, guy things. And then there's me praying that they don't look at me like, she don't know what she's doing. I'm charmed, a cigar, I'm confident. It was embarrassing. But the more I went, the easier it got. So I kind of liked it, and it just became a new adult pastime.
Right. Thank you. 7 Buzz Queen. I think a lot of us females can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, it's in a place like LA. It's nice weather. People have balconies. They have backyards and things like that. So at the time, I didn't really see any women in the cigar lounge because we have the luxury of doing what we want to do where we want to do it. Kind of like right now. I mean, of course, I wasn't thinking about my fire escape then, but here I am on my fire escape instead of going to a cigar lounge, because it's easy to do.
Right.
But even now, like now that I do go smoke at a lot of lounges, which I like because I get to meet people in the community, and usually they are men, with the exception of, my ride or dies that I meet on Sundays at one particular spot. I love it. I just hop around, smoke and rub my mouth.
Motivated to J Fit said it was intimidating at first. Now I'm extra comfortable going into a cigar lounge. Awesome. Ashes everywhere. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the more you learn what you like and you learn how to cut your cigar and you learn how to light it with different torches, the more confident you get with walking in alone. Walking in with your head up versus like what I was doing. I'd walk in, wouldn't look left, right, north, or south. I was just, I was in and I ran right back out. But like now I walk in, I'm like, hey, Todd, what's that? Like, Maisha. I'm just, it's home now.
Yeah, exactly. Feel you on that. Feel you on that. Just back it up a little bit. Have other siblings?
What did you say?
I said, how many siblings do you have?
Oh, I have four siblings. So there's three girls and two boys,
Okay.
and I'm in the middle.
And you're I,
I am.
five of us, and I'm like the second elder. So how does it
Okay.
feel about you as the cigar smoking?
Well, my 4-year-old nephew doesn't like it very much. I know when I stink, when I go to hug him and he be like, he leans back on me. But I mean, they're supportive. I mean, I had a grandfather who smoked pipes, a lot. And I liked the smell. Back in the day, everybody smoked weed. Shh. Um, and once upon a time, my brother smoked cigarettes. So I don't think the smoking part was an issue. I think they wanted to know more about, well, what are you smoking?
Oh,
And are you inhaling it? Like, because again, like, we inhale everything else, right? So it's like, you don't inhale? That's not true. But they respect it. They like it. I throw them the whole line about, successful people do two things. They golf and they smoke cigars. And then they leave me alone. So,
well, my family does not take to it well. But yeah, I had one brother. You're smoking, you're drinking. Why are you doing that? You're doing this to your body and all that kind of stuff. But now, guess who's smoking and guess who's drinking? The brother said, no.
I tell those naysayers, some of the oldest people in the world smoke 4 and 5 cigars and drink bourbon and whiskey every day. It's not them that's dying. It's not us. It's not us. It's everybody else.
Yeah,
So,
your answer though. So let's see. Uh, oh, let's see one thing we have in common as well. Friends.
friends?
Friends. I said we have
Oh,
in common.
yes, the love of my life.
Friends. So how did you feel when you heard the news about Prince's passing? I think that was 2016.
Well, I was heartbroken because I had yet been invited to one of the epic house jam sessions. So back in the day, he would throw these jam sessions like after hours, and everybody has all these stories about how they were invited. And I couldn't wait to move to LA because I just knew I was gonna find my way. I was gonna find my way, and I was gonna show out. But that didn't happen. So I was heartbroken. I literally locked myself in the house. I didn't answer no phone calls, and I watched a YouTube video of Prince and Lenny Kravitz jamming out on the bass over and over and over. But I had an experience. One of his longest concerts running to date was here. It was like a pop-up show, and I had a friend who never called me and only text, right? I prefer a phone call, but he only texts. And he calls, and I'm thinking, is it an emergency? Are you sick? Are you dying? What's happening here? And he said, meet me at the Palladium in 45 minutes and don't be late. So I go, I don't even know what's happening. And on the thing, it's like Prince concert. When I tell you, you would have thought I was high, I was drunk, I was just bouncing around, having the time of my life. It was amazing because he's one of the best performers. If you saw him, if you were lucky to see him, then you know what it feels like. And I was probably high for like a whole other week. Actually, the screensaver on my laptop is a photo from that night. It's a little grainy because I had a BlackBerry, but but it's my screensaver.
Oh wow, I love Prince. I went to see him at least twice.
Lucky you.
I think there was a concert that was coming to in Richmond and he canceled it, and he was on my shit list for a while after that. I'm like, no, I dare you cancel. But and it's still hard to believe.
Yeah, same. Very much the same.
So did you get to see the special that they had on television?
I did.
What did you think?
It was okay. It was okay. I think, I think people love to want to be a part of something that you'll talk about forever, especially in a place like where I live. But I think what kind of gets lost in translation sometimes is that Prince wasn't an artist. He was a musician. Mm-hmm. So when I think about going to a Prince concert, or I think about, anything of that sort, I want to see people jam out on the bass and the electric guitar. I want to hear the instruments. I want to feel what Prince stood for. I don't want to hear it. I want to feel. Now the Foo Fighters, they tore that Darling Nikki at. They gave me my whole life.
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I don't know where they are. Unfortunately, you guys are having a hard time. I don't have my earphones into the mic, so I apologize for that. So I'm having to speak loud, and like I said, I'm in the lounge, so I do have like the vents on, so that might be interrupting the sound. I apologize. Let's see, what else? Tell us what's in your humidifier, in your humidor.
What did you say?
Tell us what you have in your humidor.
I have a lot of Dominican cigars. I am a huge fan of Dominican tobacco. So I have a lot of Saga short tails. I have Matilde. The Renacer is my favorite. I own a lot of Quesada. Some of the brands that I actually own belong to some of the women that I've had on the Smoky Truth. So Nerica, Raquel Quesada. I do have quite a few Davidoffs that I have not smoked yet. Small batch Davidoff. I have the Year of the Rat, but I was told that I cannot smoke. I should probably keep that in the humidor for a year and smoke it then. So I'm going to hold on to that for a while. I got some new patinas that I've never smoked. Agostura, I can never pronounce it. Leaf, I have that. Huevo de Oro, I have never smoked that, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I have some Spades from my girl Chrissy out of Houston. And I have some espresso cigars from another sister, Dominican. Her name is Glam Lady. They're like short morning smoke. And
Okay.
so I finally cracked that open. Those were pretty good. I enjoy those a lot.
Awesome. Thank you. I was reading one of your posts before about saving cigars for special occasions. And that was one of our topics talked about film conference last week. So tell us more about why you think people should not hold them for special occasions and go ahead and smoke them.
You know what? I, you have to forgive me. I've been conditioned to think about the things I do as moments, right? When you live in a place like LA, you know, we always say that was a moment. Like, that was a moment. Like, when you about to go into a moment, you put on your best dress or your best trousers, or, you make sure your hair is the best. And so I kind of approach cigars like that in the beginning. And because I travel a lot or I smoke with certain people, and I would think, well, if I smoke, for instance, like if I'm with Michael from Small Batch, or the Davidoff guy, which is Paul Patel, I'm like, okay, we're going to smoke. I got to bring some good shit. Or at least I got to have some good shit to smoke when I go with it, because the conversation is always about the elegance of tobacco and how it's grown and which year was better. Just, really kind of practicing, focusing on what I'm smoking, why am I smoking it, and wanting to be a part of the conversation. So I would hold on to certain things until then.
Okay. Well, it appears that Ben has lost contact with us, but we're going to see if she comes back in. Yes, I love the music show for okay. Just reading some of you guys' comments. And I want to thank you again for joining us. I apologize for the sound. Normally, I'm wearing my earplugs or my earbuds so that I can hear clearly and speak clearly. But unfortunately, I left those at home and I forgot all about them. So we're going to get Ben back in here. Oh, is she? There she is. I don't know what happened, but we lost you for a minute.
I'm back. um, but during the quarantine, I have been smoking more of the cigars um, that I want to enjoy. But also being at home, it gives me the opportunity to kind of focus versus like being out with a group of people and not really being able to dial into that experience. So I still kind of hold on to something, but like when I know I'm going to Second Street downtown and I'm on a Sunday when it's, basketball night and it's going to be rowdy, I'm not, I'm not going to take my 2016 Davidoff anniversary because I want to enjoy that. Or, I'm not going to take my Monte Cristo because I want to enjoy that. Because I don't have a lot of those. So the ones I have, I want to smoke somewhere grand. I want to feel grand and I want to smoke grand. So
I feel you on that. Well, is there anything else that you could probably share with our viewers about the smoking industry or the community? Let's say, I for me, this community is really welcoming. I think everybody is going to a lounge. They're like, "Hi, how you doing?" Here at Enzo's, they're like, "What up, though?" So it's very welcoming. So what do you get from the community of smokers?
what do I get from smokers?
Yeah, the community.
They've been wonderful to me. I I don't really have any complaints. What I didn't know, the information was always provided, but I'm also not above asking questions. I have a very inquisitive personality. So if I want to know something, somebody's like, yeah, this is what it is. And if somebody asks me something, it's the same. But, the times that I've been in other places like Houston, hosting things with Spades or IPCPR or, Pro Cigar, everybody's just been extremely warm. The way that I like it. I'm from the South. I'm from Kentucky. So there's a certain kind of interaction that I expect because it's what I choose to get. And, people have remained consistent with that. So I enjoy it. I love it. I love y'all. Y'all fun.
We love you. We love you too. So before we close out, because I don't want to take too much of your time, before we close out, tell us again about your next upcoming Zoom meeting, the one that you said that you were going to have with the lounge owner, just to give us a little heads up on it again.
Hi, Indiana. I didn't hear the question about Saturday.
Before we close out, just a little bit, those who just joined, so they'll know what's coming up for you on next Zoom meeting.
So on Saturday, I'll be co-hosting with female cigar lounge owners. And so I want to be able to get the perspective of how women run their lounges, what they expect, how they go about possibly choosing cigars for their demographic. And, honestly, for those who want to own a lounge or want to know more about cigars, owners pretty much offer us that experience. And what better way to shine more light on that than a female cigar owner? I mean, I feel like when we go into lounges, and they're usually ran and owned by men or what we call, suit jackets, people who know nothing about cigars. They just run a business. And so there have been quite a few ladies on with me that want to be brokers or want to be sales reps or want to own their own lounges. And so I want to give them the opportunity to ask the questions that they can't Google, or, they haven't been, or anybody that's around them might not have the answer to that, whether that be from a rep perspective, because, reps show up all the time, so they can participate in that. Information is key. If you, I don't think I'd be able to smoke properly or go to places and meet people and remain friends with those people in my network if they didn't make themselves available to me. And so I appreciate that the women that I've met are interested in, offering their time and their information to people who wouldn't ordinarily get it. Because like I said, most of the places I go, I'm the only one. Or, say for instance, on the weekends, I'm always in small batch Zooms, and they kind of do something similar as well. Like they have, Indiana was on it last weekend. It was excellent. And we get to talk to brand owners and ask questions, both tobacco and personal related. You get to really get to know who they are, which for them, I think, increases their business. Really gives them an opportunity to understand who's smoking what, why they want to smoke it, why they're drawn to the brand, and really just create a personal foundation versus I'm only smoking this because it's a catalog. We call those catalog sticks, the ones that all the cigar lounge has, that everybody has, and you can never find your favorite stick. But, these types of things, if you go in with the right perspective and the right mind, you can really increase your smoking experience. And that's really all that I want to do. If we're going to smoke it because you want to smoke it.
Right.
Smoke because you like to smoke it, not just because you're still smoking the same stick that your homeboy gave you 2 years ago. And you just, you keep going. Let's diversify our palate and our experience with other things. So there's some amazing cigars out there, and there's some amazing people and women who do incredible things. And I feel like everybody should, especially the women, have the opportunity to be a part of that. So
Awesome. Well, thanks again. Also, I want to give a shout out to my girls, the ladies of the round table. They are on.
hey girl, I sat in on one of those.
Wasn't it a lot of
It was a good time.
time? So
Every time I post a stick, you want to try it. Hey, listen, I say try it. That's why I put it up there, because and I also understand that like everything I smoke isn't going to be for you per se. Or what I like to say, like sometimes I'll smoke something and I'll be like, that is way above my smoking grade. Yeah. Meaning that like it's strong. I mean, good tobacco, right? But really, really strong. And so, someone might smoke something that I smoke. They might not like it. Like for instance, I'm not a huge Connecticut fan.
Right.
But I keep trying them though, because I, let everybody else tell it. This one is the one, right? This Connecticut is the Connecticut. But I enjoy Ecuadorian Connecticut wrappers, and so knowing the difference is important. So I say smoke them. If you don't know where they're at, I'll find them. I will tell you where the sticks is at, because then I might want to know. I want to buy more, But what do you smoke? What do you like? What do you enjoy? Your top three?
My top three. I love the Camacho. My palate is very wide, so I like it as well as the full body stick. Right now, I would say my top three would be Camacho, and I like the Leva, and let's see. I don't know. What am I smoking for today? That's my favorite.
No, I get you. I know. I feel like that's a really hard question to answer. So then I always ask people, what's your favorite rapper?
That's a good question.
Hey, Ryan. See, the reps be coming through. See, Ryan is a rep from Drew Estate. He be putting me on. He actually gave me my first infused cigar, which I was totally against. But he proved me wrong. It was good.
They have some really good.
But what's your favorite rapper then?
I don't know.
Think about it.
I'm gonna think about it. My favorite rapper. Yeah, I'm gonna think about it.
I mean, and listen, I always say that instead of what's your favorite cigar, because even when you don't know, it's okay not to know, right? Like sometimes I don't know what rapper I'm smoking. It allows you, in my opinion, to be able to identify what the types of sticks you like, right? So like I know I'd smoked a couple of sticks and I was like, why do I like these and I don't like these? And the common denominator between the ones that I like had an Ecuadorian Havana wrapper. And so usually if I'm out and someone says, you should try this, right? I'll say, what kind of wrapper is it? And they say that, I'll be like, give it to me. I know I'm going to like it. So, it helps us, especially, women, be able to be more specific about our taste and palate and why. It always comes back to that, because if we're going to have, constructive and sophisticated conversations with cigar smokers that are part of the boys club. That's how they communicate. You know, when they're passing sticks around and they're talking about what they enjoy. I don't know about you or any of the other women, but I'm trying to be a part of the conversation, not outside of the conversation. So, you know, and it helps too when you're spending your money, right? Like, we got to be real specific about where we spending our money after this quarantine. So buy what you like, buy what you enjoy, and know what that is.
Yeah.
So,
That
Ryan, I'm smoking the Monte Cristo.
and I'm smoking the Oliva. So that is good to know. I'm still kind of a baby, I think, when smoking cigars. I'm 3 years now, and my grandfather did pipe. I had an uncle who cigar just like you. I love cigar, and that's how I
Yes.
and I kind of like myself my event planner trying to do something for men to bring that community together. So I was wow where it started.
See, your grandfather, my grandfather, smoking pipes. They was probably friends.
You have a point.
I do not. I don't. I've never smoked a pipe. I mean, I haven't even really seen one since my grandfather. So I know nothing about it.
It's a lot of work.
Oh, is it?
It's a, you gotta get that. So I
Oh,
used to, and I was like, wow, it's a good smoke, but it's a lot of work.
nah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Ashes everywhere says she's smoking her pipe now. Listen, we might need some tips.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come looking for you when I decide to try it.
Well, I'm going to say again, thank you so much for taking your time to speak with me here live on Experience. If I follow you at Experience, hopefully I'll get some more content out. So thank you so much for taking your valuable time to speak with me. And we're going to cut it off. I don't know how long we've been talking. Almost an hour.
Almost.
Almost.
Well, I guess not because my thing went off. So.
And thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too.
And I will see you on Saturday.
Okay, good. I hope to see everybody on Saturday.
Yeah, I will. I would love to hear what everybody has to say. So thank you again, and I will share your information once you get that out there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Candace.
All right. Keep it smoky.
Exactly. Bye.
Bye bye.